Hello friends, welcome to a new video. Look, today we're diving back into the fantastic world of dinosaurs. And we'll do it using all our skills and ingenuity. Since our dinosaurs come disassembled in pieces, we're going to have to put them all together correctly to create our 3D dinosaur. Look, this one comes in green. But if you look here on the outside, we already have some assembled. These are dinosaurs that we've gotten in previous videos. And look how cool they are. What I like the most is that the figures are very colorful and they're articulated. We can open and close their jaws, move their heads, and also move both their back legs and their front legs. There are some that are bigger and others that are smaller. For example, here we have a big Tyrannosaurus that I love because it comes with these little metallic spots, and it can also move its head from side to side. As you know, the Stegosaurus was known for having a big horn on the top of its nose. But now it's time to find out, what are today's new dinosaurs? Let's start with this little bag. You already know that when we use small pieces, we have to be careful so that none of them get lost. It looks like the dinosaur we got is a Dilophosaurus. We know this because we already have part of its really cool skull here. To start assembling, we always use the central part of our dinosaur as a reference. As you can see, it comes with several holes, which are for fitting the rest of the pieces. Let's start by attaching its hind legs. We make sure to place them correctly. The left leg on the left side and the right leg on the right side. We already have the hind legs. Now let's start with the arms, which, as you can see, are much smaller, since the Dilophosaurus was a bipedal dinosaur that walked only on its hind legs. And all that's left is to attach the coolest part, which is its head, and that's it. Now we have this great carnivore, all assembled. As you can see, it was characterized by the large crests it had on the top of its head. I also really like the colors it has. And as you can see, it can open and close its jaw, revealing its sharp teeth. In addition, this dinosaur could reach about 2 meters in height and about 6 meters from head to tail. Super cool. Here's another one. Let's continue with another dinosaur. Let's see what we get. Now look, we're seeing a crown-shaped skull with 3 holes. That already tells us it's going to be a great Triceratops. It also comes in different shades of brown. And indeed, here we already have the horns. I've already assembled the head of our Triceratops, which is definitely the most spectacular part of this kind of specimen. As you can see, its skull was shaped like a crown, and the 2 upper horns could reach up to 1 meter in length. Yes. While the third horn was much smaller and was located on the top of its nose. Let's attach the skull to the rest of the body. We just insert it into the hole and press, so it fits snugly. We continue by attaching the rest of its legs, both the hind and the front ones. This type of dinosaur also lived on planet Earth during the Cretaceous period, more than 65 million years ago. It was quite large. It could reach about 12 meters in length. Its body was very heavy, and as you know, the shape of its skull. It used it defensively, meaning that with its horns, it could defend itself from all those predators that tried to attack it. Also, just like other herbivores, it had a strong beak since it loved to dig in the ground to look for food. A fascinating dinosaur. We'll leave it here and continue with another dinosaur. Look, over here we can see the head. Wow, this is another herbivorous dinosaur. By the shape of its skull, I would say it's a Pachycephalosaurus. As you can see, assembling it is super fun. Our Pachycephalosaur also comes in some very striking colors, the colors of fire, red, orange, and yellow. Let's put its head on first, and as you can see, I've already attached the spikes on the back part. It's time to put on both its hind legs and its front legs. This dinosaur used its strong skull for defense. That is, it used it to protect itself and defend against predators. But on many occasions, it also used it to engage in battles against other members of its own species, especially to impress the females. They would clash their heads together to see which of the two males was the strongest of all. In addition, it also had these spikes on the back, which allowed it to have more power. Impressive. In the book about dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals, there's information about the Pachycephalosaurus, right on this page here. Look, we have two illustrations with two individuals running in the middle of all the vegetation. It was found or located in the United States, and its name means thick-headed lizard. It could reach a length of 8 meters from the tip of its tail to the end of its mouth. We still have dinosaurs left to discover. Wow! The next one comes in striking black and yellow colors. Let's examine the head shape. I think it's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's take it out of the bag to check. Without a doubt, the most spectacular part of the T-Rex is its head and especially its jaw. For now, we need to fit it in so it's 100% complete. There we have it. Also, since we can open and close it, we can appreciate its sharp teeth. It had a total of 60 teeth. Some of them could reach up to 20 centimeters. Let's attach the head to the rest of its body. As you can see, it comes with a lot of details, and I really like that. Since it's black, the yellow stands out a lot. Even in the central part, it looks like it has golden tones and a strap around its neck. I really like that. Now let's put on its hind legs, which, as you know, were very big and sturdy. Sometimes it could reach a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. However, it could only run at this speed for a short period of time. Since its body was so big and heavy, it got tired very easily. Also, its front legs were much smaller than its back legs. Look, with this little figure, we can move the head from side to side. And I love the color contrast. It also has a strap detail on its legs. Super cool! I think for now this is one of my favorites, especially because of the colors. And we continue with another type of dinosaur. Here we already have its skull. It's another carnivorous dinosaur. Here we have its skull. By the shape of its head, we already know it's a Carnotaurus, although we still need to put on the lower jaw. We just need to fit it in until it clicks. And now we can open and close it. An interesting detail about the Carnotaurus is that the sides of its head were flattened. This was to lighten the weight of its head. Also, another interesting fact is that when the Carnotaurus closed its jaw, its upper teeth were always exposed. Just like here on this little figure. It also had two small horns on the top. Let's attach it now to the rest of its body. It comes in different shades. A darker grayish color with orange tones too. Let's attach the hind legs and the front legs. It was a large dinosaur. It could reach about 9 meters in length. Also, its arms were quite long, although much smaller than the hind legs. Just like with other carnivores, it used its front fingers to bring meat to its mouth. Now we have it completed. Here is the great Carnotaurus. It could easily go up against the great Tyrannosaurus Rex, another carnivore around here. Let's see which one we get now. Let's see. One in brown tones. And look, I can see a ridge of spines. So I'm sure many of you already know what kind of dinosaur this is. we use the central part of its body as a reference again and place its skull. We can already tell that the Spinosaurus's jaw is quite long. It had a jaw very similar in shape to that of a modern crocodile, but this time it was gigantic. Now we place its legs. And then the front ones. The Spinosaurus also lived on planet Earth during the Cretaceous period. Another interesting fact is that it was also called the sail-backed dinosaur, since it loved to dive into the water to look for food. Now let's put on the spiny crest. Let's see if we can get it to fit. We need to fit it into those 3 holes on top, although it's a bit difficult for me. Alright friends, once we have it in place, we just press down so it stays secure. Just its spiny crest could reach over 1 meter in length. And as I was saying, Spinosaurus loved to eat marine animals. We'll leave it here. Let's continue with the last dinosaur we have in our box. And look, it's a long-necked dinosaur. It looks like it's a Brachiosaurus. We open the little bag and carefully take out all the pieces. It's time to put on its neck, the most spectacular part of the Brachiosaurus. A fun fact, friends, is that according to experts, this type of dinosaur had a very large and strong heart. Because it needed to be strong enough to pump blood through this long neck and reach all the way up to its head. Let's put on its last leg, which is pretty tough, friends. Some are harder than others, but we've done it now. It can also move its neck from side to side, although it would have been better if it could move its neck forward. As you can see, it also comes in very striking colors. The Brachiosaurus could reach about 20 meters in length. Impressive, right? Also, its legs were very strong and sturdy, since they had to support the weight of this huge dinosaur, which weighed several tons. And now, friends, we've finished today's video. Here we have the dinosaurs we assembled today, along with other dinosaurs we saw in previous videos. If you enjoyed today's video, you can help me out by giving me a super like, a thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And now, I'll say goodbye to you all. See you in the next video with more amazing dinosaurs. Big kisses. Have a spectacular day. Goodbye.